On the last episode of Dark Coast, we went over the backstory of Area A and some of our previous expedition to the location last year. We then returned to the area for our 2-week expedition with a research team consisting of Alaskan Bigfoot investigator and retired police officer Larry Beans Baxter, Bigfoot researcher and drone pilot Damon Irons, and crew member Luca. Our first 2 days on location proved to have incredible weather. It gave us a chance to scout some areas out on foot and via small boat, as well as conduct a few extensive thermal drone flights over the area. Initially, we did not see much wildlife at all via the drone, but on our last flight on day number 2, we identified a Sitka black-tailed deer bedding down near a meadow high up on a mountain across from us. According to Alaskan state authorities, the Sitka black-tailed deer are not supposed to be present in this part of Alaska, but that is something we will discuss further on in the series. However, the presence of a potential prey species identified via the thermal drone was promising for us. Those first 2 days would prove to be some of the better weather we would experience during our expedition, as the rain and the fog began to roll in. So it is morning number 3 out here. We've got a humpback whale right here in the bay, right in front of us. He's feeding on the herring out here, apparently. With the morning off to such an epic start, and with the weather being the way it was, at least it wasn't pouring rain just yet. Today we would be taking it relatively easy during the day. Much of the unusual activity that has taken place at this location has been a result of humans doing normal activities around the cabin. So that would be our approach. Have a group of us leave with the boat, in this case myself and a couple of the other guys at the cabin, to go fishing, while Beans, Damon, and Luca would be staying behind at the cabin to lay low. Battle of the birds. You want to switch places, or am I just getting this over your head here?
Yeah, just go ahead.
Alright, so.
I'm going to swim him right into
Where is he?
the
He's right there.
There you go.
He's in. Woo!
One down.
Oh, sorry.
Still silver.
Nice.
Alright, just lower that edge down to the deck and then scoop her out. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Well, back from fishing. Went pretty good. We got some silver salmon out there. No halibut today. Back here now at the cabin. Very rainy day. Almost, you might call, very creepy, spooky weather. Apparently we've been pretty spoiled out here on first few days in our previous trip last year. The weather was incredible, but this is more of the typical Kenai Peninsula coastal rainforest weather. So yeah, that's kind of the wrap up. I'm gonna see what the rest of the crew was up to while I was gone. What do you think of day number 3?
It was we had a good hike up the hill here. Just as we were getting started out, we heard a knock. We both heard it. There was a little discrepancy of what direction it came from. He said it came from in front of us over the hill. I thought it was from behind us, but I was moving when we heard it, so I didn't hear it probably as clearly because I think he was standing still when we heard it. So he probably got a better indication of which direction it came from. We got up to the top of the ridge, walked around, went over to an area I'd never been before. Found some really worn down trails. Lots of signs of wildlife up there, scat, tracks, just all kinds of life up there. And I think it's going to be a good area maybe to go up and throw some cameras up, or maybe even do a overnight investigation or camp up there. But I'd never been to that section of the property before, over that far. But I was kind of surprised at how traveled some of those trails looked.
Day 3 was again more filling in pieces of the puzzle. He and I went to go. We collected the SD cards for the long-term audio recorder that's out over there. And we weren't originally going to go too far, but as we approached the first crest, I heard what I thought was a knock. You know, a fairly classic knock just coming from the other side of the crest. Waited about 5 or 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and we were able to find a dry enough stick that I gave it sort of a reply knock, not too hard, just a nice little reply. Waited a few minutes to see if anything came back off that, then we just continued on our way.
Day 3, quick recap.
He did an epic quest, man.
So just
he did me a solid.
How about what'd you think of day 3?
Well, I mean, the other days it was really sunny and perfect, and now it's just cloudy. It's been raining all day. You can't even see the mountains or the glacier over there. It's all just blocked out. Yeah.
What'd you think about when you guys went out to get the cards up there? How was it when now it's all wet?
Oh, it makes it more treacherous, but it adds to the atmosphere, I think, of all the old man's beard and moss and the rain. It's really quite eerie.
Time for another journal entry. pretty rainy, pretty gross tonight.
Yeah, it is.
We're gonna head up, just walk up, kind of up the hill, see what's going on, and sort of play it by ear, I guess.
Yeah, we're gonna go put that card back in the audio recorder, and then we're gonna walk up the hill.
Maybe see if there's anything. It's pretty dark. I mean, the woods are gonna be very dark right now. And we got that rain cover. A lot of ideas about Sasquatch and rain, perhaps. It's loud. We can't hear as well. There might be abilities to move around more easily.
Yeah,
I don't
sound
know.
covers movement, that sort of thing. A little easier to move around. Plus, I don't think that they care about weather as much, being wet like we do.
Right. Yeah. Well, guess we'll give it a go.
Yeah, why not?
Maybe I cover with my hand or anything. Where do the cards go?
Right inside there. So the top slot was the main one, right? Okay. Preparing to record. Looks like it's recording.
Sweet. All right, let's close her up. Yep. Should see that white light soon, right? The mic is pretty wet.
What can you do?
Yep.
Yeah, the tele designed for it.
I know, that's what I was gonna say. It's there. It's gotta mean it's designed to take a beating.
Yeah.
What do you guys want to do? You want to walk down that trail a bit? Is it? Is it? It sounded like a tree coming down. Where was that coming from?
I thought it was like a wave against the boat.
Shh. Sounded like it came from over there. Okay.
If that was seals, that's the most activity they've done.
What did it sound like to you guys?
It was sort of, it either sounded like waves that slap on the side of the dock, or the seal really whacking water.
Yeah, it was like water slaps.
Okay, so with my hood on, it sounded like it was coming from over there, and it sounded like roots ripping. Did that like sound like?
Yeah, it was very percussive.
That was weird. That's weird.
You think it's?
They've never
You
done
think it
that.
came from over there?
Yeah,
That's what it sounded like.
I heard it straight in front of
Can
me.
you scan over there with your thermal? I will probably do the same with mine. God, it makes me not want to
Because
wear
I've heard them slap. They've never slapped that many times.
That's
Usually it's one slap. That's it.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Yeah, I don't think it's anything to write home about, but.
Well, if we get to the top of the ridge up there, we can hear sounds from the sides of that point.
Hey, you guys want to go to the top of the ridge?
Yeah.
The question is which way. Do we want to go that way? That's a tricky way, though.
This way?
Yeah.
Yeah, that way was super easy.
Okay. Let's just do that then. That's probably going to be the safer bet in these conditions. This is the audio tree. The Scott usually hangs the audio up here. Screws in the tree.
Past that twice today, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Some scat or something here. Some scat, I think. Some weird slimy stuff. No, it's probably some mud.
The fungus. Yeah. Have a look.
That's probably better. I should have done that the whole time.
This is where the core was.
This is where the cord was?
No, this is the cars were on the log right here.
Oh, really? Yeah. Bear trap is around here somewhere. What do you think? Any ideas? Anything you want to try right now?
The other thing I think of one might be a knock. Maybe just a short whoop. I don't have a history of the vocals they've heard out here, so.
What's that?
I don't want to. I don't have the history of what types of vocals they've heard out here, so I don't want to.
They've heard of whoops.
Actual just whoops. Like
Whoop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rob Roy heard one. Scott's heard one. Beans heard one.
It's kind of a classic whoop, like that.
Yeah,
or
like a
more of a-
whoop, whoop. So Damon,
Yes.
how was this night out?
Quite wet.
Yeah.
I think we were scuba diving up there, snorkeling around.
Yeah. So you've set up your camera, you've set up your thermal.
Yeah. So, top of the hill, we made a nice hike up there. Got some good time, quiet time. A couple suspected possible knocks, but more than likely not.
Yeah.
Sounds of movement. I kind of, like I said, I feel like it's maybe a little pareidolia with the amount of rain and drips kind of coming down on me.
Tricks on you.
Yeah, so
So we have a thermal setup right here.
yeah, so what we're doing now is I'm just going to do a overnight survey on some of the therm, pointing that towards the outhouse where there's been history in the past.
Yeah.
And also, there seems to be a lot of, there's been historic activity from this side of the house.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's where it kind of opens up and widens out over there. So
Yeah, so we'll see.
another
Yes.
relatively quiet night, but very wet. We've been spoiled up until this point with nice weather.
Yeah, what I've actually been excited about is, again, no more puzzle pieces. I finally saw some rodents on the therm.
Yeah.
Plus today, there's stuff that's at the top of the hill, so.
Oh, camera's dead.
Okay.
Well, I guess that's it. Well, it's day 4 out here at Area A. We went out last night in the rain. Another very rainy day today. We've got some drizzling rain. It's in and out. We're hoping it settles down a little bit so we can at least use the drone further on today. Thinking about camping out in the woods tonight, see if that produces any interest, but truly is a dark coast here. Very spooky, ominous kind of weather. Continuing in from yesterday with the weather. It's inhibiting. It's hard to do stuff when it's this wet. It's just not as easy to get out there. You just get wet. We as humans are limited as to how long we can really be out in this kind of environment. Mountains are obviously hiding. Here we are, getting ready to go. We're gonna hop in the skiff.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna kind of cruise around a little bit, use the drone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even with the fog, you think the thermal drone will be all right?
Yeah, it's pretty high actually. I won't be. Now let's see. That tips those trees are kind of makes it over. We'll have to see where it is.
Yeah, we'll have to keep our eyes peeled. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I think this is a good chance to kind of scour some of that coastline and kind of see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go, guys. What do we think?
Love it.
there?
Yeah, those light green guys are coming out right there. I think it's falling a creek.
Well, if you guys want, we could try to find that cabin up here. Just got to follow that trail up. We couldn't do it last year. The old decrepit cabin. We could totally do that. We just
the one that goes up the creek that way?
up the mountain, yeah.
Yeah, it was covered in snow, right?
We couldn't get up there last year, but yeah, I know exactly the trail. That's where we found that weird track looking thing. Attempt to land now. Okay, let's
So, what's
just kind of just toss it in, let it go.
the...
And it should bungee down. Try to get us a little closer without hitting anything over here.
Yeah, looks like a good anchor spot right there.
Alright, now Luca, give me that camera. You're going to want to catch the shore. Oh, you don't want to just get in that water yet. Yeah. There we go. Not bad. Pretty close. Right on. Sweet.
Nice.
We didn't manage to organize it.
Did you guys hear anything?
Sorry, could you repeat that again? You said something about hearing knocks.
That's what it said, John.
10-4, John came out on the porch and called me to come out and listen. He said he thought he heard a knock, or multiple knocks, I'm not sure, out on the point.
That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, we went to the opposite side of that with the boat. We didn't hear anything, but you know, we've got the motor going, so that is intriguing.
At 10-4, I came out and listened. I didn't hear anything. I did hear a bird flapping on the water, but hold on, I just did hear something. Stand by.
Well, we left.
Of course, it's when we leave, right?
Yeah, we left, right? So that's
Do we want to throw the drone up over there? What do you think? Is that too far?
No, it's not too far off. Let's see if somebody comes back.
I think it's bird activity.
Think it's bird activity that both what John heard and you, or just what you just heard?
For sure what I just heard.
Roger that. We might just send up the drone in that direction in a little while here, just in case. But aside from that, our plan is to just kind of traverse up here, or maybe find that old cabin on this side of the bay.
Keep the trail with a guy from
10-4, if you come across it, be sure you get some pics. Scott said he wanted to see it.
Oh yeah, you know we will for sure. Is that good?
All right. I normally have a foam plug that fits right in this hole right here. I don't seem to have it.
Oh, you don't have your phone plug?
So there's a little foam plug that goes in there. So hopefully the electrical
Yeah, that's, hey, sometimes you gotta MacGyver things, right?
Yeah.
How are those pants?
Good.
Keeping you dry, huh? Are your boots still wet on the inside?
See where the cloudberry is.
I'm gonna radio them and just tell them to, hey, drone's coming over. If you guys hear anything, keep us posted. Hey, so the drone is now up in the area. We're gonna fly it over the point. If you guys happen to hear or notice anything, just let us know on the walkie.
Careful.
What do you think? Anything yet?
Nothing yet. I'm at the top of the ridge line. I'm kind of looking for that trail that runs out that way. Just see if there's anything up there. And I don't want to waste too much time with it because I want to come back over here and see what's here.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try to walk upstream to that cabin that's up there.
What's
Over there? Is it the cabin that's up there we're trying to go to?
I think it's a further one.
Yeah, not right here, but the one that's...
I think it's even further, right?
It's right up the creek. All right,
Worked.
heading in, guys.
Let's go.
Let's get this on my chest rig. Just be aware, obviously, there's a lot of Devil's Club up here, so just something to be aware of. I think this is how we came in yesterday, or the other day. If it's too uphill or anything, just let me know. Yeah, this is where we came in. You got it? Here you go, you can grab onto this if you want. I'm just trying to watch your hand with this Devil's Club right here. Okay, let me just move this. Okay, there we go. Is that good?
Yep, I'm good. Thank you.
Luca, you good? Right through here. Of course, there's a lot of Devil's Club, but
It's not a giant hole. Hey, Brett, you got... Oh, you're doing that.
all right, I think this way looks pretty good. I mean, something's been walking up this way.
Yeah.
You see it?
It does look suspicious.
That's pretty odd. So, I mean, this is very hard to tell, but look at this.
Yeah.
Super hard, super undefined, but I mean, that is like,
Sort of has a shape.
yeah, it's kind of interesting.
Little pointy section there. Skinnier heel.
I mean, I'd be curious to see if there's anything else like that further up here.
So the next step probably would have been around where you're at here.
Up here, I mean, look in here, there's just a bunch of worn down looking moss. Definitely looks like something's been through here. check that out.
Yeah, it's inconclusive. I would have to
Here it
say.
looks like it's possibly worn in too. Here too, yeah. Oh, this is interesting. So careful, I just stepped on the side here. Look at these prints right here.
Point it out again. Point it out.
Right there.
Point it
Okay.
closer. It's hard to see with the camera.
Okay, hold on one second.
I'm not sure what I'm looking at here.
Right here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You got this, and then look up here.
It's super hard to tell on the camera.
Yeah. There's a it's just indents right here. You see this? Yeah. Look at my tracks from right here, right? And look here. I mean,
It's just.
What a great place to lay down, huh?
that's why I fall asleep in the moss all the time. This stuff is awesome. Wow, there's a lot.
Yeah, these trees are growing over rocks. So many holes.
Yep. All right, we're back. Found some sort of a crude looking trail here. Look at that. Check that out.
Okay, we got it.
Could just be the way the moss was scrubbed out, you know, somebody slipped. I mean, that could be deer right there.
Yeah, I see a lot of little things that kind of give me a think of deer.
Yep. Deer and goat, they definitely come down this far, so. Well, I mean, we got footage of a cryptid, technically. We got footage of something that's not supposed to be here. Sitka deer. Yeah, there's mud. I know, that's the problem. Well, we're trying, it's all subjective, but we're trying our best to be objective, but I mean, look at this.
That moss popped off there.
Well, look at the way,
I've seen a few of these piles where
look at this, the way it's compressed. Isn't that kind of interesting?
Yeah, I don't know a little bit. I saw like that guy.
Yeah.
I don't know where they're coming from, and they come up off the tree.
Right. Just the way the impressions look kind of intrigued me. There's one impressive tree. I go stand next to him for comparison. Look at that. Hey, just a quick radio check. Lots of incredible old growth trees, some semi-interesting game trails with weird, large looking kind of indents, possible prints, but we're all good up here.
What?
Careful, we hear you loud and clear.
Okay.
Yeah, I like helping a little bad. What?
Maybe not. What did you just see?
I just happened to look towards the creek, and there's a window right there. Some kind of building right there.
Yeah. Go check it out.
Just happened to look that way.
Good eyes, bro.
I've lost visual of the cabin. Yep, thank you.
It's not too bad, actually. A little better than I thought. Yeah, it's just a little water overhang.
Holy smokes.
Nothing too bad.
Post hole in.
Good?
This rotten wood.
At least there's solid rock.
Cool. Nice and cool in here.
I bet.
Think this will hold?
Yep. Yeah, it's a rock.
Yeah, but it's, yeah, here. You can make it.
We're just do like this. Yeah, that'll touch.
Hold this.
How's that? Awesome.
I'll take a tripod. I need that. I think that may be the abandoned cabin. It looks boarded up. It looks freaking old, man.
Well, you do the rocks, right? Here, and then over.
You can jump over here and I'll catch you.
Hold on, there's a log here. I'm just gonna cross that.
Just jump here. I'll catch you. Jump here. Put your hand. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, there you go.
All right. Thank you.
He's in. We're good. Oh, the creek's coming through there?
Yeah, look at that.
Wow.
That's gonna be some fresh water.
Yeah. Look at that. That's amazing. Hole in the ground. Built that shoddily.
Yeah, those car windows?
That genuinely, yeah, looks like car windows. Yeah, they do inside, yeah.
There's an old cabin.
I'm not sure how
Look
bad.
at this. There's like painted wood on here.
It's almost like you tried to make a camo, huh?
Yeah, it's like painted,
Propane tank? Alright, so it's not super old.
oh.
Still pretty old. Sheet metal. Some old tin. Yeah, there's some plastic here. Oh, the floor collapsed. The old front porch here.
Hey guys, just a little check. We found an old cabin up here. I mean, we're talking legit old. This thing looks like it's maybe 20, 30 years, but the floor is caved in. It's pretty destroyed.
Well, we hear you loud and clear. Be sure to get some good pictures for the boss man.
Absolutely.
Right on
I
top of
don't
that
think
rock.
this is the old cabin from 100 years ago, but it's still an old cabin where we found some evidence of CD players and stuff like that. But it definitely hasn't been used in a while. But we'll show you pictures.
US.
10-4. Did you guys go up in elevation from the other abandoned cabin?
Yeah. What does it say our elevation? We did. We've been climbing uphill. For
Yeah,
a
we're
while.
at almost 600 feet.
Almost 600 feet, so not too far up.
10-4.
It's interesting. I mean, I don't know if somebody built this a while ago and just abandoned it, or what the.
Looks like a bear tried to get in here.
A lot of old metal under the rock. Please watch out for nails. There's a lot of old boards there, just be careful.
That was the front door right there.
Damon, was this yours? Oh, what's up there?
Guy trying to get away from his wife.
Who knows, man? Somebody might have this as their family cabin. Somebody dies. The knowledge of how to get here gets lost. And
Yeah,
then
they didn't know what happened until they
Yeah.
get tax bills someday. Too much of a skid row over.
Very cool.
check it for hair or bones or anything. Somebody could take refuge in here. Don't see anything prominent though.
You good? Good save.
You look right there. That anchor, solid of wood here, and that's some kind of metal box. Maybe something for a boat.
Huh.
See it?
First thought is that this stuff washed up here or washed down
That's what
here.
I thought, yeah.
I think
that
if
guy
I
was
watch
staging-
down.
Maybe he was staging it here.
Yeah, given that plywood.
Yeah.
This looks like it's pretty solidly under here. That's an anchor. That's weird.
No, yeah, I guess you're right. This is where he's staging his stuff.
He was stashing stuff.
Yeah, 100%.
Down to speed. Sound check, guys, okay?
Stay there for a second, Dave.
Some pallets here.
I see any evidence of a fire. There's a lot of debris down there. It looks like, I think occasionally this thing gets a lot of water from running through here.
Yeah.
Stuff shoved up.
Probably why that's wedged in there. Goes to show human presence everywhere. Everybody okay?
Yep.
We're all geared up, ready to go. We're gonna go spend a night up on the ridge. You guys ready for it?
Oh yeah, I was going to be ready for not on the ridge with just a little light on and our mental prayers against bears and whoever else is out there.
A little hopeful, wishful thinking, plastic around us, so-called
Right.
four corners with the tent. Yeah, this is the same area last year where we heard some kind of weird stuff at night. It was a little bit rainy the night we were out there, but stuff was going on in between. I think it's a great area. If there's anything kind of in the area, hopefully it can be drawn to us.
Sure.
I don't know if we can kind of see what we're going to do.
We're going to make some noise, get some lights out.
Yeah.
Let them know we're up there.
Have some fun. Awesome. Yeah, it's right here. This is like this wire up here. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Found the wire. It's just a wire in the tree, Damon, nothing crazy. And then the can was for baiting, so I was told. What's that?
Probably just a foot snare or some sort.
Yeah, I think the idea was when you bait bears, you kind of hide in a tree or something, you shoot it when it comes to eat. I think it's just up here. That tree is down. I'm pretty sure the trail is right here. Alright, well, we just made it to the tent site. We've got one spot here. Ron was last year, and I was in this spot, so yeah, that tent should be perfect. Should fit just right there. Alright, well, time to get to setting up. Slightly misting, but we're in camp. We're all set up. How we feel about the setup here?
I like the setup. This is a great spot.
Yeah, this is
Some
very
guys came in
similar.
before us and made a real nice space for these tents.
Yeah, we're pretty much in the same spots we were last year, and so yeah, we were here in this site. Can you see me all right?
Got you both, yeah.
I was in that tent. Ron was in this tent. I was in that one with Eli. Ron fell asleep, but Eli and I were awake, and we were listening to what sounded like stuff coming from behind you, Damon, stomping, and you'd hear like literally like stomps, and it got closer, and you would hear wood knocks, or it sounded like knocks, you know?
Yeah.
And I kept trying to like look out the tent with the thermal, but field of view is very limiting out here.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything. Every time I was getting enough courage to look out, it would basically be like distant again. Like we'd hear the knocks, but it was like you'd hear a knock closer, you'd hear one further out.
Yeah.
So
I've experienced those. Those seem to be like check-in knocks, like where are you? Or
yeah, it's
like
weird.
that, yeah.
And I mean, we didn't hear anything really from down there, at least that I could tell from that direction, and possibly some stuff over there. But down there, we're kind of heading out to that point. Down over there is the water, and on that side is the water, but it's further over. So that first night, it was like tonight. It was drizzling rain. It was coming in and out. But the second night we camped out here, we kept our stuff up here, and we came up and camped same spot. There was no rain, but that second night there was a lot of sea lions. So we didn't hear anything unusual. All we could hear coming from the water was but it was so different than when we heard the night before. And there were almost no sea lion noises that we heard that night before.
What night was the night before of the total nights you were here? Was that before the campfire or after the campfire?
It would have been our, I believe, second to last. No, we were only here for like a week last time. So it would have been, I think, like on a Wednesday, for example. Maybe or a Thursday. We left on a Sunday.
Had you guys had the campfire thing happen yet with the rock throws?
Yes, that was previously here. I'm just going to backtrack real quick because it's going to be a lot easier if I can look at the dates. May of 2022. Okay. Looking at it now. So we got here, it was the 7th of May. So we were here the 7th, the 8th, the 9th, the 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th. I believe we left the 14th. Yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days. Yep. Because we came in on that Saturday. So Rob Roy was only here till about the 11th. And I believe that was the night that we came out here and camped out here. So it was a Wednesday. So we had the rock stuff happen the night before at the campfire, at the upper campfire. Rob Roy had left, and then we camped up here the first night. We did like a hike going around. We camped up here, and then the night following that was a Thursday. We camped up here, and that was a sea lion night. Yeah. And throughout the whole night reviewing audio, all you hear is sea lions going off. Every few minutes, one will go off, and then you'll hear 2 or 3 in the other side of the bay, rah, rah, responding to each other. It's so annoying. But with no wood knock, no rock throwing noises. That night before, there were no sea lion noises, and it was in and out of drizzles of rain, and you would hear what sounded like, again, the rock throwing to the water, but mostly the stomping and the wood knocking type noises. So that's basically, from what I can recall, that's all. The audio didn't do a great job of picking it up. It picked up some of it, but there's also possible lynx that night. Like hours and hours later, we heard this distinct feline-like vocalization. We found a possible lynx track down there.
That's cool.
So that's pretty much it for this spot. Like I said, 2 nights. One night was very interesting. The other night was not so much.
Yeah.
So that's that. That's your story time. Messing around with this laser, going up into the clouds. Hopefully that'll bring something in. Is that all right? Should I turn this light off? Whoa, glowing on the tent. Cut a hole through the tent.
I try. It doesn't get that hot.
I want to see what it looks like with the IR on. So this is what I'm holding. It's this guy. Oh yeah. Cutting through the trees. It's pretty freaking cool. Keep it away from you guys.
So the thermal hotspot over there is mine.
So, we've got our thermal surveillance system set up. See how that looks.
The surveillance system's gonna be standing right here all night. It's spinning in circles.
There we go. You can kind of see it's looking out on that direction. So Damon's over there. So this will be rolling all night, at least as long as the battery will last. We got the tent set up, and we're gonna go call it. It's about what, 2:30 right now?
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
Yep.
2:30 a.m. Go to sleep. Listen for a bit. See if anything wants to come on in, as it did last year. These 2 days showed us the typical weather to be expected in such a coastal rainforest as this one. Extensively bushwhacking sections of the valley we could not access last year due to snow proved interesting. The unusual series of tracks we kept finding were ultimately inconclusive, but perhaps indicative of something large moving through the area. With brown bear, black bear, as well as a host of ungulates being present in this environment, that cannot be discounted, of course. The discovery of that unusual cabin way up on the hill without any direct path to it was intriguing. It raises more questions about this area and who might have used this cabin and for what reason. Maybe for hunting, or perhaps just an off-grid retreat? One wonders if those who built it have experienced anything unusual while in the area. We may never know the answer to that question, however. Stay tuned for the next episode of Dark Coast, where we continue our work with the thermal drone and exploration of the area in search of further evidence of anything unusual.